Dear Mum, I was 14 years old and I would seek sanctuary upstairs, listening to the arguments rage on downstairs. It hadn't been a happy home for a long, long time. I didn't know exactly what was happening, but there was a feeling that this was about another mum, the caretaker of the school where you worked as a cleaner. I remember the day that you left. It was a Tuesday. You were meant to take me to hospital. I'd hurt my wrist at school and now needed regular physiotherapy. You always came with me. On this morning, you told me that you had something else to do and I would have to go to the hospital alone. I remember the instant realization that you were leaving. It was nothing other than an overwhelming feeling. The words, "Mum, please don't leave," formed in my mind, but didn't come out of my mouth. This was the very last time that I saw you, and I have spent 51 years wondering what might have been different if I had spoken those words. When I came back home, the house was all locked up. My dad was working overtime again, so it was a long, long wait. He finally arrived home. And then he found the note. Your last words were, "Look after the bairns." Panic then set in. Frantic questions from me dad that I had no answers to. A nightmare ride in my dad's car when he decided to drive to your mum's in the hope that you might be there. She lived 30 miles away in a mining village. It was pitch black with dense fog. We got lost. Then I'm sitting in my granny's kitchen, trying to catch some of the conversation from her front room. She knew nothing. I don't think my dad believed her. Then the journey home, just as dark, just as foggy. All of our lives changed that night. My dad became a single parent long before the term was invented. He was suddenly the sole carer of a teenage son and daughter that he had no real relationship with. I'm sure he loved us, but his world had fallen apart and he couldn't cope. He became increasingly angry and isolated. At his worst moments, he took his anger out on me. I became his punch bag, and I grew to hate him. He died 30 years ago, and I regret doing little to heal our relationship. After all these years, Mum, I now simply want you to know that I love and miss you, and I feel no resentment or anger towards you. You have 2 granddaughters who are so like you. I talk about you often to my girls, how hard you worked, the clippy mats that you made, the red dinky racing car that you bought me for my 6th birthday, and your home cooking, especially the triple layer chocolate cake. There was an enormous cost to your decision that you were never aware of. I genuinely hope that for you it was worth it and you found the lasting love and fulfillment that you needed, that we all need. From your loving son, Ian.
This is no fairy tale. This is no movie screen. Sometimes life changes things. It breaks you, makes you weak. But I will always be here for you. I will always have your back, only so much I can do for you if we stay on this path. If we stay on this path. How can we love so much and still cause so much pain? Wish I could be enough to make it go away, but I will always love you. I will always have your back, only so much I can do